Welcome again. We are going to now P13 projections of solids. The next practice sheet on projections of solids. What we see here is one exercise given where there is a hexagonal prism. Base is 40 mm here and the height is 60 mm. Is resting on its edge in VP and the lateral surface is containing the edge is at 45 degrees to VP. The axis is inclined to HP by 30 degrees. Draw the projections. Now this is resting in VP. So we are drawing the first view over here, and since it is resting on edge, we are drawing the hexagon in this position. Then the top view comes like this, showing that it is resting in VP. Then it says the lateral surface containing the edge is at 45 degrees to VP. That means this surface, this line is going to make 45 degrees here. So accordingly this figure is again drawn. This is a repeat, and the inclination is now 45 degrees. Now in this position, when you look in this direction, you have to draw the front view, which you will draw by making use of the point names and the projector lines from these two figures. So once this figure is complete, this much is the exercise over, which is what you have done in the last semester. You have to, as a matter of convention, you have to name the points starting from this point as A and B, because this is the edge on which it is resting. The edge on which it is resting, we have decided to call it as AB. So A, B and then C, D, E, F. Accordingly A, B, C, D, E and F. Same names you have to write here. Then from these two names you get this view. The axis is shown like this. This is the true length of the axis in the top view. This is the apparent length of the axis in the front view. You can write here AL, FV, TL top view, true length top view. Now the next part is new. The axis is inclined to HP by 30 degrees. Now this axis, and this is the HP line, this axis will be inclined to this HP by 30 degrees. Now if you draw this line itself at 30 degrees, that will be not correct, because this is not the real length. This is the apparent length. The real length is this. So what we do is, from any point here, first we draw this line. You can see this line which is a light line. This light line is drawn at 30 degrees. Then we draw one horizontal line, because to this horizontal line this is at 30 degrees. Now from this point we cut a distance, this distance which is going to be the apparent length. So this red line axis which is shown, this axis is cut from here to here. So now this axis is representing this axis. Now this solid, this particular front view, which is corresponding to this inclination, which is not going to change, so the front view is also not going to change. This front view you have to draw here again, repeat as it is, with this axis taken as this axis. So once you repeat this figure, we have got one more figure ready with us. Now what you have to do is, look at this figure from top and draw the top view. Remember, this is a front view. This solid is resting in the VP on this edge AB. Same thing, this solid is resting in the VP by the edge AB. Only thing is, here the AB edge is vertical, and now the axis is inclined. The axis in this case is inclined as per the given angle 30 degrees. So once that is done, now what we see is that the top view you are going to draw by making the references, projector lines from these two views. So we have got all the point names here, A, B, C, D, E, F. Here also we have got A, B, C, D, E, F. This apex O, apex O, apex O. So we start matching the points. So from here O, from here O, this will be O. Then the resting edge A, B. So this is A. Now here this is A, so this is A. So A from here, this is A. Now B is here, B was here, B was here. So line from B, This is the line from B. So this is B. So this point is B. So we have drawn AB line. Then comes the rest of the points. So you can, if you match the points, you will immediately come to know how these points are drawn, and that will be giving you the required necessary points. So once you get all the 6 points, join these 6 points to the apex O, and once you join this to the apex O, you are going to get the entire figure. In fact, this line must be dotted. It is not shown, but this is going to be dotted. Now which line is dotted, which line is continuous, that we have last time seen. When you see from top, observe where the line is, and accordingly you have to draw the dotted lines. Now this line has to be drawn dotted, I am repeating. So this becomes the first problem as per this data, which you can draw yourself. Now when you draw, as like last time, the data dimensions, etc., whatever is shown in the data, that you have to show here. Now let's go to the next problem. Okay, so now this is problem number 2. So here you can see the data says a pentagonal prism, now this time it is prism, base 40, height 80, is resting on its lateral face in VP. Top view of the axis is inclined at 45 degrees to HP. Draw the projections. Now the prism is resting in VP. That means we have to start in this. Here you have to draw the pentagonal shape here in the front view, because the background is VP. And then you draw the top view like this. Then it is going to rest on the lateral face. So this is the lateral face. That means this line is the lateral face. Now this line is going to turn and touch to the XY line. So this figure we draw here after the rotation, so that this line has come here. It is not seen properly, but this line is come here. This has to be a medium line, light line. This is a construction line. And this should be dark line, which is not drawn, but then you can draw it. Secondly, these two lines are dotted, which can also be drawn. We can make some necessary changes, and then you can draw it. Let me modify the figure. Have a pause for some time. Okay, so we continue. This is the figure. The surface on which it is supposed to rest, it is shown like this after it is rotated, and according to that the top view has changed like this. The front view has changed like this. Initially the front view was like this. After you tilt it and this surface touches to the VP, then the front view looks like this. Now the next part says the top view of the axis is inclined at 45 degrees. In fact, this should be front view, not top view. The front view of the axis is inclined to HP by 45 degrees. That means this front view, make a change here, this is a front view. So this is the front view of the axis. So this front view of the axis is going to make 45 degrees with HP. Now since this is a true length, you can straight away make this line inclined to 45 degrees, inclined to HP by 45 degrees. So this figure is drawn as it is by 45 degrees this line is making. That means here there is no locus. Without drawing locus, still you can draw because there is a true length. So once you repeat this view, you have got all the point names here. We saw last time how the point names are given to the prism. One surface will be given A, B, C, D, E. The other surface is given the names 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So accordingly the same names are to be repeated in the other figures. So once you match all the points, then this pentagonal prism, when you see from top, this will be the top view where this pentagonal surface is seen. And this pentagonal surface which is going below, that is seen only by the outline, but these lines will not be seen. Therefore, this will be the figure. So that is the problem number 2 which we have seen. Now let us have a look at the next problem, that is problem number 3. Okay, so now this is problem number 3. Here there is a cylinder given. The base diameter of the cylinder is 60 mm and the height is 90 mm. And this is resting in the HP with the base inclined to HP by 30 degrees. And the top view of the axis is making 45 degrees with the VP. Draw the projections. So as you see here, the cylinder size is given. It is resting in HP. Therefore, we have drawn circle in this view, top view. and in the front view it is a rectangle showing that it is resting in HP. Now it says that the base is inclined to HP by 30 degrees. That means this base is drawn here at an angle of 30 degrees. So this angle is 30 degrees. So once you draw the base at 30 degrees, now this rectangular view of the cylinder, when you see from top, how it is seen in the top view, this is how the figure is. So the base circle is shown by this ellipse. The top circle is shown by this ellipse. Now top circle is seen and the base circle is only half seen. This particular side of the circle is dotted because it is hidden. So this is the cylinder. Now when you look at such figures, what is supposed to happen is, once you look at these figures, you should be able to imagine. Remember, the whole objective of such kind of exercise is to learn to imagine the figures. So when you look at this solid, imagine that you are looking in the front direction. That is what we are all the time saying. And when you see in the front direction, you are looking at the cylinder which is seen like this. Now the same cylinder, when you go up and see from the top, then the circular top surface is obviously visible. So this is the circular top surface. So when you see this top view, that is what you see from above, and this is the cylindrical surface, circular surface of the cylinder, which is like this. Then this is the rest of the body of the cylinder. This is the base, and this edge is there which is not seen. You can do one more thing. Whatever dotted lines are there in any of such projections of solids, for the time being, you have to imagine that this dotted line doesn't exist. That means this line is not there at all. Because when the solid is seen, when you are looking at the solid, the dotted line is something which is not seen obviously, so you will not be able to see. So if you don't draw this dotted part, then whatever you see, that is going to be the figure how you are really seeing from top. When you draw dotted line, we draw dotted line as a matter of convention. You can also think of this solid like this. Imagine that this solid is made up of glass. Suppose it is made up of transparent glass. That means when you see this glass object from top, then this edge which is there, that edge is you are still seeing it through the glass. So whatever you are seeing through the glass, that is drawn as dotted line. So you can imagine like that also, that I am seeing this dotted line because I am looking at this object which is a glass object. So when I look through the glass, then this edge is not directly seen, it is seen through the glass. So it is dotted. So having done this, next is the top view of the axis is making 45 degrees with VP. That means this top view of the axis, which is right now parallel to VP, is going to make 45 degrees with VP. That means since they have shown, they said top view, that means directly this top view you can draw at 45 degrees. So you can draw this line at 45 degrees. The axis is from here to here. Although I have drawn full, it is actually only from here to here, from this point to the center of the ellipse. So this line is drawn here at 45 degrees and the entire figure is repeated here. Now once you repeat, this figure is already there, point names are also there, you are going to project the points here. Now in this case, all the points are marked here, but the actual elliptical base and the top is not drawn. That is not drawn because here at the moment the way it is drawn, it is not possible to draw by the software the actual shape of the ellipse. So what I have shown here is, I have shown only the points which are going to be on the circle. So if you have to have a look at these points, how they are taken, then what you can do is you can have a closer look at this figure and you will come to know that this base is going to be this base, and out of that the point on which it is resting is this point, which is this point, which is this point. So this is the point on which it is resting. So that point when you project, it will come here. Let me have some closer look. Now we are looking at the figure much closer so that you will be able to see the figure properly. Now this is the point on which it is resting. So this point has to be in HP. Therefore when you project this point and this point, it will come here. Then the opposite point, which is the point, highest point, that means highest point of the base, because this is the highest point. This is the highest point. Highest means from the HP, this is the highest point of the base. So it has to come in this line and it has to come in this line. So this is the highest point of the base. So we have seen the point on which it is resting and the highest point. That means this lowest point and the highest point and the lowest point, these 2 points are marked. Now the remaining points, now this is a axis of the ellipse. So similarly there is one more axis like this. I have not drawn, but there is an axis here. So you can draw this axis and get the other 2 points. Now these are these 2 points. So these 2 points, when you number, you can number them like 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1. So like that, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4 and this is 1. So out of that 1 and 3 are drawn. Now let us go to 4 and 2. Now 4 is here, 4 is here, so 4 is here. So draw a line for 4, draw a line for 4 and this is point 4. Similarly this is point 2 because this is point 2. So 2 is here, 2 is here, 2 is here, go from 2, go from 2, this will be point 2. So we are drawn points 1, 2, 3, 4. The points which are on the axis, they are drawn. Now these 4 points will not be sufficient because this ellipse, if you see, the ellipse from this point to this point when it goes, it is going up to this maximum point and coming down. That means if you see this line, like last time, if I draw a line like this, the line will touch to the ellipse for the first time in this position. So this is the first line which is touching at this point. So this becomes a special point. So let us call this point as, say, by some name, say A, S, A and B. So if this point is A, then this point you have to mark it in this figure. So if you join this center to this point, whatever distance is there, that distance you cut from here and you will be able to mark this point A over here. So this point A was here, after rotation it has come here. So you have to project this point A. When A was here, that time it was on the base present over here. So you come from here, this is your A. Now same way there is A here, from the axis when you go on the other side, this will be point B here, which is again the line touching to the ellipse for the first time. So wherever it touches, that is point B. Now this point B is here, you have to go back and mark point B here. So in the initial figure, point B is here. So from this B, project up, which is this point, then come like this, and from this B, come like this, that will be point B. So now we have got all the 6 points, 1, 2, 3, 4 and AB. So once you get all these points, now what you have to do is, see, I have not joined all these points by ellipse, but we have to draw that. So when you draw, you have to draw this point by drawing ellipse, and whenever you draw ellipse, that time you have to see that the ellipse should not go out of this line, out of this line. So now when you draw, you are in fact supposed to draw one more. I have not drawn, but you have to draw 2 more points. You have drawn AB, now you have to also draw CD. So if you draw a line like this and touch here, then this becomes one more extreme point. Now this extreme point you can mark somewhere here. So this will come somewhere here, and from here it will come somewhere here. Similarly, we have a line drawn from this line direction. This will be one more extreme point which will come somewhere below. So that will add 2 more points, one above and one below. So when you draw these 2 more points here and here, then with those 2 points and earlier 6 points, 8 points will be there. From those 8 points you will be able to draw ellipse. So just remember what I have just now explained. Same thing you have to do for the top circle also. So there will be 2 ellipses. One ellipse is at the base, other ellipse is at the top, and then this figure, when you look in this direction, the base is seen, the top is away from you. That means this ellipse of the base will be visible and the ellipse for the top will not be visible. So that way this figure will be drawn, which you will be drawing yourself. I have shown it up to this much. Let's go to the next problem now. So now this is problem number 4. It says there is a square pyramid, base 50 and height 90, is resting on its lateral edge in VP. and making 30 degree with HP. Draw the projections. So since it is going to rest on its edge, so we are to draw the starting position with corner over here. Now this corner is the one which will be resting now. So when the corner is resting, it is like this. The edge containing corner, that means this edge, lateral edge. Now this edge you are supposed to rest. That means this edge is going to merge with the XY line. So you draw this figure again here such that this line will be here in HP, maybe VP now. So once you repeat this figure, then from these two figures, by making use of the point names, you will be able to draw this figure. Now once you draw this figure, now we have got problem ready up to this much, which is what you have done last semester. Now the next view, it says that the edge the edge on which it is resting, lateral edge in VP, and it is making 30 degree with HP. That means on which edge it is resting? On this edge it is resting. The one which has gone behind, it is seen dotted, and this dotted line is the one on which it is resting, because this is the one. This line is the one on which it is resting, which is shown here by dotted line. Now dotted line continues from here till here, but it has gone behind the continuous line. So when there are two lines existing together, there is a dotted line also here and there is continuous line also here. So the preference is given to the continuous line. Therefore continuous line is seen, and this dotted line from here to here is seen only this much. Here it is not seen. So this is the line what we are talking about. Right now this line is parallel. Here also it is parallel. So this is the true length of the line. So if this is the true length of the line on which it is resting, and it is making 30 degree with HP, that means there is no locus here also. So this line you are drawing as it is, and this line is making 30 degree with the HP. So this angle is 30 degrees, and this figure you are repeated by drawing this line at 30 degrees, and this line is taken as this line on which it is resting. So repeat this figure. So now we have got fifth figure. Now from this and this figure we are supposed to draw the top view. So once you match the points, you will get all these points, and once you join them, the rule we have discussed earlier, the outlines must be drawn dark, they can never be dotted. And about the remaining lines, what is this line you have to think. So this line is going to be this line. When you see from top, this line is seen, therefore this is seen. Now when you see from top, this line is not seen, in fact this point is not seen. So this point is here. So this point is not seen. So the lines coming from this point, 1, 2 and 3, these three lines also will not be seen, therefore they are dotted. So we have completed this problem, and you should be able to draw this figure without any difficulty. It has been discussed how it